get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together. Mr. Cruz, huh? Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean? You almost look like Marcella. So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone notice them. Did Marcella send this? Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you. Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged. Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend. So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh. I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere? That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505? Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you. Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate the company. I think I could go a bit deeper with my investigation. Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before? In a safe? This looks like Beaver Lake. This looks like Beaver Lake. Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like we were on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Affair?
Bingo.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here. I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile. He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible. Didn't I see a plaster bag near the stairs earlier? This must have been so much fun. Well, for the guests at least. With the renovations, there has to be plaster somewhere on this floor. I should grab some before going down. Great! This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs? I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement. It's locked. Fine. Keep your... People don't usually leave these unlocked. The way they look at each other. You can tell it's the real deal. Off limits. Did I remember to punch in this morning? Yvette's and Susan's favorite activity, talking behind other people's backs. What could I say? It was a very nice mixer. What could I say? It was a very nice mixer. It's locked. Off limits. Candles, candles, candles. I think it's locked. Are you looking to buy land? I know you grew up on a farm. Maybe. Wait, is this you, Beth? Is that a live alligator? I think I'd die on. Didn't I find one of these in Anne's room too? The white cat must be a popular spot. Open sesame? Nope, no luck. Yeah. This stung a bit. All right, we're getting somewhere. Now, to resist the temptation to... Off limits. So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it? I'm good. Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already. Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room. It's locked. Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Where are you going? What do you want? Are you here to apologize? Apologize? I'm not the one.
I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But I'm no lieutenant, so... I don't always get fashion, but these are fun to look at. And half the pages haven't been cut out. Gotta hold on to these tight. Off limits. If Bobby has some of Rebecca's candles, maybe he kept them in his locker. It's locked. Fine. It's locked. Off limits. It's locked. Off limits. It's locked. Not enough for a ticket to Paris, but maybe enough for the cab ride to the airport. Gotta start somewhere. I'm good. I'm good. Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby. I hope you managed to calm him down, Reb. The last thing the Clarington needs today is a murdered guest. Ooh, is this a movie script? Stash uncovered. Got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Beth is around.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Hold on. That's not what's next.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro. Now, time to put the key into the... Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Follow the instructions, Sophie. Hold on. That's not what's next.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like posing with alligators?
How do you know about that?
Oh, I think it must have slipped out of your locker because I saw this picture of you in a long white dress and...
Oh my, you did? What did you think of it?
I loved it, actually. It was unique, I guess. Artistic?
Yeah. Those pictures were taken by a very close friend of mine a few years back. Ziva Rivers was her name. Earth-shattering talent, but a bit too controversial for most people's sensibilities.
Oh. Are you still friends?
No. We went our separate ways. It's a shame. She really captured me. My essence.
Your essence is to tame alligators?
My essence is to fear nothing.
Yeah, I can tell. I really admire that about you.
I'm sure under that sweet exterior, you're pretty fearless too. Haven't you ever done something really scary? I mean, other than snooping on a potential creep.
Does sailing count?
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
I opened the chest to room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. I think I know what to do.
You do? Great. Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will. That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella? Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice. I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed. Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, after all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than... I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to... an advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for? Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
Me? Disregarding someone's privacy? Of course I did.
I am a bad influence on you.
Or have we been bad influences on each other? I guess we'll never know.
So, what's in it?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California?
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anne and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
Remember that Pulp Fiction I found in Paul's room? Well, she wrote it under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that? That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave. That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed. Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz. Oh, God. Oh, God. Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he... Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean... Should I hold on to this, maybe? I have to get the power back